Before you buy into the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 8 leak cycle, hit pause. Not every exclusive or supply chain whisper turns into a shipping feature, and foldables have tighter engineering constraints than slab flagships. In this breakdown, I'm challenging the biggest Galaxy Z Fold 8 rumors, separating hype from likelihood, and laying out what's actually realistic for Samsung's next-gen foldable. If you care about real-world durability, battery life, camera quality, and productivity features like S Pen support, this is the perspective you need before the headlines run wild. The Galaxy Z Fold 8 hype versus reality. There's no doubt. Samsung wants the Fold line to feel closer to a Galaxy S Ultra, but the idea that the Fold 8 will simultaneously deliver massive camera jumps, dramatically bigger batteries, radical design changes, and next-gen connectivity is optimistic at best. Foldables are a balancing act. Hinge space, battery split cells, thermal limits, display layers, and weight must all work together. Here's where the leaks overreach and what a sensible upgrade path really looks like. Claim 1, a 200MP. Main camera and huge sensor upgrades while the leak is shaky. Slab flagships like the Galaxy S Ultra can accommodate larger optics. Foldables have a split chassis and a much tighter camera island. A 200MP sensor increases lens height, module thickness, and heat, all of which fight against a thinner, lighter fold, more realistic path. A refined 50MP primary with a larger sensor, better stabilization, and faster readout is far more plausible. Samsung's image pipeline plus computational photography can deliver a noticeable jump without the 200MP baggage. Telephoto, reality check. A jump to a 12MP3X telephoto is possible, but periscope-style hardware is less likely due to space. Expect improved sharpness and smarter zoom algorithms over flashy numbers. Ultrawide expectations. A leap from 12MP to 50MP sounds great on paper, but ultrawide modules are constrained by thin optics. A modest sensor upgrade with better edge sharpness and low light. Performance is more credible than a 50MP headline. Bottom line on cameras. Expect cleaner low light, faster autofocus, improved HDR, and better color consistency across lenses. Not a wholesale transplant of S Ultra hardware. Claim 2, a much bigger battery and 45W. Fast charging wire, the leak is optimistic. Foldables use a dual cell split layout, and hinge geometry limits internal volume. A major capacity jump plus slimmer and lighter design is a contradiction. What's likely? A small bump over 4,400 mAh with better efficiency is reasonable. Stacked battery tech can help, but thermal headroom and durability come first in the foldable. Charging reality, 45W, is Samsung's long-standing ceiling on premium phones. It's feasible to Fold 8 sticks to 45 West with improved sustained speeds and cooler charge curves rather than chasing higher wattage. Real-world impact. Expect longer screen-on time from silicon efficiency, adaptive refresh, and smarter power management, not just a massive MON number. Claim 3, Wi-Fi 8 and big modem. Shifts why the leak overreaches. Wi-Fi 8 isn't broadly standardized or deployable for consumer phones on a 2026 mass scale. Marketing terms may fly, network readiness will not. What's smarter to expect? Bulletproof Wi-Fi 7, stronger 5G with better carrier aggregation, and improved modem efficiency. If Samsung moves more control in-house, the goal will be heat power gains and more stable performance, not buzzwords. Connectivity takeaway. Expect incremental, meaningful improvements that reduce drops, heat, and battery drain. That's what actually improves your day-to-day streaming, gaming, and downloads. Claim 4, full satellite connectivity out of the box. Why to be skeptical? Global satellite messaging and calling require partnerships. Spectrum, hardware, antennas, and subscription models. Rolling this out across all regions in a foldable is complex. What's possible? Region-limited satellite messaging for emergencies or basic data could happen in select markets. A full use anywhere satellite phone experience is far less likely on day one. Practical reading. If satellite shows up, think safety feature more than always on off-grid internet. Claim 5. Under-display camera. Remove for quality. The trade-off. UDC keeps the big inner screen immersive, but has historically lagged in image quality. Removing it improves clarity, but brings back a punch hole or a thicker bezel, both of which undercut that uninterrupted canvas. Most plausible route, a refined UDC for video calls and face login plus smarter processing, while the cover camera remains the go-to for selfies. If Samsung prioritizes tablet-like immersion, UDC stays. If it prioritizes optics purity, expect a tiny hole. A total removal without a design consequence is unlikely. Claim 6. Built-in S Pen and a slimmer. Stronger body-wise silo is hard. A pen slot requires space, adds mechanical complexity, and competes with battery volume. Foldables already stack UTG, digitizer, protective layers, and hinge mechanics. A silo usually means a thicker frame or a smaller battery. What's more likely? Continued S Pen support without an internal silo, with better latency and palm rejection, plus magnetic cases or folio accessories. Design refinements, tighter water drop hinge, improved UTG, and expanded dust resistance are more realistic wins than a built-in pen. Durability reality. Expect a tougher frame. Stronger hinge plates improve crease appearance, and better IP rating progress. No crease is marketing fantasy. Less visible crease is the achievable goal. Claim 7. A radical design. Overhaul that's thinner and lighter while this conflicts with other leaks. Bigger batteries, larger camera sensors, stronger thermals, and a pen silo all add bulk. You can't do all that and get meaningfully thinner and lighter at the same time. Reasonable expectation. A measured weight trim via material changes. Slightly slimmer bezels, a marginally thinner hinge spine, and better balance in hand. Evolution, not revolution. Claim 8. Mid to late 2026 launch with market-shaking features Samsung's cadence. Fold launches typically land in the summer unpacked window. Expect a familiar timeline unless strategy shifts. Market reality. Samsung will prioritize reliability, durability, and practical improvements over headline-chasing features that risk yield, heat, or fragility. What you should actually expect from the Galaxy Z Fold 8 camera. Better low-light performance, faster processing, more consistent colors, and smarter zoom without a bulky 200MP sensor. Battery and charging, a modest capacity bump, cooler charging, smarter efficiency, and longer real-world endurance rather than extreme wattage dot display and hinge. Thicker UTG, improved crease handling, brighter panels, tighter hinge tolerances, and continued dust-water resistance progress. S Pen, full support with accessories, improved latency. A built-in silo remains unlikely dock connectivity, rock-solid Wi-Fi 7, more efficient 5G, and better heat management. Sat-like features, if present, likely limited and regional. Design, subtle slimming where it counts, stronger materials, and a more balanced in-hand feel, not a physics-defying makeover. Why? Pushing back on leaks matters. Foldables are engineering-first products. Bold claims about giant sensors, huge batteries, extreme charging, internal pen slots, and ultra-thin chassis sound great in isolation, but they fight each other inside a compact, moving, heat-sensitive device with a folding glass display. Samsung's most meaningful wins on the Galaxy Z Fold 8 will come from disciplined upgrades that make the phone last longer, run cooler, feel sturdier, and take better photos in the conditions people actually shoot in.